Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, here in front of Takrat in Limsa, where I noticed I somehow forgot to record something with Serenia, or the recording was crap. And I deleted it. Is what I think happened. Takrat. Things are getting serious. A level 60 quest, or rather, dungeon quest. That's the way. Perfect timing as always. We're in need of your talents to deal with some trouble brewing over on the Isles of Umbra. Seems a pack of kobolds made a grab for Pharos Sirius, but Smiths working on the restoration barely made it out alive. Maelstrom commands drawing up plans to take back the tower, with Master Medoas advising on how things stand on the ground. But when they asked him for his opinion, he kept going on and on about some adventure from long past that helped him drive off a siren from the same spot. Now, no disrespect to the old fella, but he don't have a firmest grip on what happened when, so we couldn't help wondering if maybe this hero of yore was none other than your fine self, you being a siren slayer and all. So, what do you say? Willing to lend us a hand and relighting the beacon? I knew I could count on you. One of our stormflyers is making the final preparations at the airship landing right now. Tell her Takrat sent you, and she'll give you the particulars. So, it goes back to Pharos Sirius. This time, we have a kobold problem. Desiree, we're honored to have you with us. The situation is developing even as we speak, and I will do my best to explain what we know. According to Master Medoa, he and his fellow Smiths barely escaped with their lives when the kobolds began scattering bombs around the lighthouse's foundations. He believes the beastmen intend to blow Pharos Sirius to pieces, thus disrupting our most vital supply route to and from western Anosha. Needless to say, they cannot be permitted to succeed. We must act swiftly before wrecks begin to pile up around the airport. That is where you come in. The kobolds have sealed off the ground entrance, so we propose to take you to the top of the tower by airship. Once there, you will proceed inside and see to the bombs, along with any kobolds you encounter. The Maelstrom will then bring up the rear and secure the area. Before we proceed, I must stress the need for caution. Master Medoa suspects that if a kobold are bent upon destroying Pharos Sirius, they will have more than a handful of flaming void sent at their proposal. One inopportune explosion could set the restoration back by moons, if not years. You know as well as I do how volatile the bombs can be. If we are to save a beacon, we must best leave soon. Pharos Sirius Heart. A Heavensward endgame dungeon. And there we are, Pharos Sirius Heart. Unlike last time, we start from the top and go down. Last time was exactly the opposite around. Heck. Corruption. Ooh. So far, a lot of ethereal corruption. But we knew that about Pharos Sirius. Whoa. There is our first boss. Gra Luminary. This one is interesting for a blue mage, because from Gra Luminary a blue mage learns the all-important ability Ethereal Mimicry, or rather you learn it from his ads. And when you get targeted by one of these bolts, give them to one of the animals around, like Misko has done there. Just by touching them. Ugh. Otherwise, you get more of these kinds of corruptions, these human-sized ones. Time bomb. Hello, Construct 8. Just don't want to deal with the bombs and the mobs at the same time. They're not bad, but they're just annoying. And there is the bomb incubator. This is the thing that keeps making bombs. Candlekeep Key. Eighth Order Patriarch Bagu. Mines. Um, 3%, I just kill him. Or I would if I wasn't stunned. Because that is what the charge does. You get stunned if you attack him. Nope, not shown. Is this the... No, not quite yet. Next to him, I think. I see nothing with a giant beast. This is the one, the rushed with a bomb incubators, because they produce bombs, right? That's what bomb incubators do. And we cannot allow them to destroy the walls. Or we all die. There we are already at our final boss. Progenitrix, also known as Mom Bomb. Bomb shall drop. Ow! Someone exploded. And there's a progenitor, the dead bomb. Big burst. Another big burst. And they run. And everyone already left. Okay. We save Pharos Sirius from bombs and kobolds. Desiree, you returned. You had us worried there for a moment. We heard an awful rumbling coming from the deep underground and feared the worst. Our men have concluded a preliminary sweep of a lighthouse and dismantled the remains of the bomb incubators. It would seem the beastmen have abandoned the tunnels directly beneath the tower. We have sent scouts in to pursue them, but the passages stretched farther than we expected. Pardon the interruption. While we secured the interior, we found an old seafarer's knife lying on the floor, and one of the lads noticed it got the sigil of the Amanda of Naldic and the Mellies carved into the handle. I see. Well, if anyone can tell us who the knives belong to, I suppose it would be the smith who crafted it. Yet I cannot seek her out until the tunnels have been secured. I have another favor to ask, Desiree. Would you mind delivering the knife to Lieutenant Truckrat in Airport on my behalf? He's due to meet with the artisans of Naldic and Vimeli shortly. I expect he will be waiting at the docks. Do not concern yourself about the tunnels. We will find out where they lead, however far they go. On behalf of the Maelstrom, I thank you for your aid in reclaiming the lighthouse. Fortune go with you, till the sea swallows all. Just wondering, if I were a Maelstrom member, would I return the salute? Or would I also just not? There's Diamanda, the girl who made the knife. Desiree, just for the good news. By Limlane's blessed light, you did it. You saved Pharos Sirius. Oh, what's this? A knife was found in the panels. I see. Well, I'll be sure to ask her about it. Oh, speak of the devil. Oh, what's name? Wetcoat. How long do I have to rot in the tavern before your boys send them shite-eating kobolds bastards packing, eh? Much more of this and me hammering arm as soft as me lily-white ass. A terrifying prospect, no mistake. Luckily it ain't the one we need to worry about, cause we've taken Pharos Sirius back. And after developing our mate you gave him, them kobolds will know to keep their grubby paws to themselves in the future, meaning you can back to restoring the place in peace. Miss Diamanda, while the lads were searching the lighthouse, they found something that might interest you. Does Vizier Seafarer's riddle look familiar? All too familiar, though it didn't look so worn down when I last saw it. I made this for Simon before he set sail 3 years ago. It was my first piece as a full-fledged smith. Simon? As in Captain Simon of Maelstrom Command? The same. I never meant for it to be a farewell gift, but knowing he used it often and kept it to the last, well, it means a lot. Master Mamidoa, I think it's a sign. Why else would my first piece be returned to me but to show me how far I've come? Just seeing it makes me want to restore the lighthouse to its former glory even more. To make it into a place to honor the lost, rather than a place to grieve for them. Alas, that's the way. There are things we all of us would sooner forget, but remembering is what makes us stronger. When you agree, Ninjat? Speaking of remembering, you remind me of someone. Something about the eyes. Yeah. The spitting image of a lass that once helped me drive back an army of the undead. Right tough bugger she was. Like you, only taller. Never did find out what happened to her, but looking at you, guessing she settled down and squeezed out a few young ones. Brings a tear to my eyes seeing you carrying on the family tradition. Much obliged to you, lass. Much obliged. I can't thank you enough for saving the lighthouse. If it hadn't been for you, all of our hard work would have been for naught. But I've one mean to make the most of us reprieve. I swear to you on my brother's memory, when we finished with Pharos Sirius, it will serve as more than a guiding light to safe waters. It will lead the souls of those lost at sea back to familiar shores. Some folks see Pharos Sirius as a cursed reminder of a calamity, while others see it as a monument to Limsa's golden age. But I bet it means more to Vampire than everyone else in Nosha put together. And someday, they show the world how it looks to them. Like a beacon of hope. I realize I still ain't thanked you properly for giving us an hand, and with all this. Hardly needs saying, I suppose, but the Maelstrom couldn't have done it without you. You can leave the rest to us, though. We'll see that the Smiths don't get disturbed again. Until next time, then. Desiree. Alright, that was Pharos Sirius' heart. Diamanda, have you not something new to say? Pharos Sirius is undergoing additional repairs to fix the damage caused by the Kobolds' bombs, but it's nothing Naldik and Vimelis can't handle. On my word as a smith, I'll do all that I can to make the lighthouse into a place of honor. Yeah, dialogue changed. Good. Until next time then, I am Mace and don't get lost.